and welcome to Zoe Your Own. I hope you're all fine and dandy on this overcast, windy June summer's day. Apparently it's June. I mean, it's warm enough to not need a jacket, but I mean, it's pretty grim out there. It's certainly not what June should be, I don't think. I must admit, I'm a bit distracted by the fact that I'm almost kind of camouflaging in with my lovely nasturtiums that I've got growing down here. Obviously not so much the green, but definitely the oranges and kind of reddish colours I've got going on. And I'm also distracted by something else, and some of you are going to think this is absolutely grim because I don't have any gloves on, but I don't really care. Come here, mate. Look at this little guy. Oh, it's Sherman the Worman. I don't know why Sherman the Worman. Or this could be a Vom Hut. And if anyone has watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia, you'll definitely get the reference. Oh, he's tickling my hand. Where do you want to go? Vom Hut. Hans Vom Hut. There you go. You can go in there and you can generate that compost lovely down there. Right, now I think I'm over the distractions of my camouflaged skirt and Hans Vom Hut. Let's get on with today's video. I'm so easily distracted, honestly, I can't help it. How I manage to get anything done is mad. So windy in here, or just not in here, outside too. Madness. Oh, lovely cup of tea. Anyway, so as you can tell, I'm not in my usual gardening garb for this one, because this one is a little update of how everything is getting on. So I think it's been a while since I have done any updates, and as you can see, my nasturtiums, oh sorry little spider, there's a tiny little spider in there. As you can see, my nasturtiums that started off like this big. You obviously watch me plant in, well, I mean, I don't really need to say anything else. They're doing quite well. I don't know if I want to try and encourage it to hook up onto my wind chime and then all up round here. I've got this one here that's hooking up round there. I've got a bit down here. Instead of me pointing at it and standing in the way, I'll bring you in. In this back corner, we've got this nasturtium here. I'm not sure where this bit's going. I might try and discreetly and gently tuck you in there. Oh, don't get stuck to the sticky trap. Oh, there we go. And then that can creeper crawler across there. And then there's a bit of this creeper crawled across here. Oh, and there's a little flower down here. And look what else I see. Oh, sorry for putting my hand in the way there. So this, and there's another one here. I don't think there's any more, but that's the corn that I directly sowed in not so long back. When was it? On the 19th of May, and today's the 4th of June. And then this is my beetroot that I sowed in, and something's had a little nibble on at some of them. Oh, Hans Vom Hut. And then whilst I'm down in the veggie patch, look at those nasturtiums. Oh, aren't they beautiful? And I don't know, I don't know if any of you know this, but I learnt this the other day. There's nasturtiums everywhere. But nasturtiums, let's carry on with nasturtiums. Look at these. The size of some of these leaves and all of these lovely flowers, and it is just growing. Oh, it's trying to grow up my skirt. Cheeky monkeys. But the flowers on nasturtiums and the leaves on nasturtiums are edible, and apparently they're quite a curry taste. And then when they go to seed, I don't think any have fallen off yet. Oh, not quite, but there's this one here that the flower has died off, and then this little guy in here. And then this bit here is the little seed pod. And I saw on, I believe it was Petals on the Paving Slabs, I'll put a link to the video in the description, did a meaning of plants about nasturtiums. And he said in there that I think it was before these brown off, if you pick the nasturtium seed pods off, you can actually pickle them. So I might have a go at that this year. My nasturtiums are so big, it's difficult. It's difficult to get around them to get into the veggie patch. Oh God! So obviously, you don't want to stand on any of them. Back in the veggie patch, see more nasturtiums along the back here, and there's some that's sort of like creeping up just there. Let's zoom in a bit. Yeah, creeping up just there, so they'll flower soon, and they might even sort of like, sorry, I keep making it go blurry, they might grow up and hook onto there. That'd be quite nice if they did. But what else did I plant in here? Let's have a look at my little labels. That's why we have labels. So these ones in here, my broccoli, I think they're doing all right. I didn't thin them out in the end. I don't know if I should have done, but yeah, it's all a learning curve. And then these guys in here, these are my cabbages. I believe they were greyhound cabbage. And I think that even when you've got all of this brown like loosey stuff on here, this is all coffee grounds. Could be going absolutely mad on the coffee grounds. But I think cabbages, you can eat the leaves on them before they actually form into proper cabbages. I'm not too sure. I'll look into that one. And then next to that, these ones here, these are my parsnips. I don't think I've got any further back there now. No, I think the nasturtiums have kind of taken over. Oh, but there's something down here. There's a little wasp or a little bumblebee or something. That's just, I don't know. He's just hanging around. Right, I'll come in this way in the wild mess. Oh, let's get rid of that yellow leaf. You don't want any of them about. It's all the yellow leaves do, and the brown leaves, is they just take away all the nice energy away. You don't want that. And then we've got my carrots in here. Ow! My cucumber plant's a bit prickly. And then we've got carrots in here. Again, I know I should have thinned these out. I don't know if it's too late. I'm sort of getting into a routine and still learning. If you've been keeping up, you know that cucumber plants thus far this season have been everything challenging for me. I have managed to salvage some. I've even managed to give some away because I am at a point where I have 3 and they are all really good, healthy size. I'm absolutely ecstatic. I really hope that I haven't just jinxed it. Because if you've watched my most recent short, you know I've still had a real problem with slugs and snails and everything else, and the size of some of those horrible things I've had in here as well. You really just couldn't make it up. But anyway, look at my cucumber plants. Look at these bad boys. I'll pull it up out of the way of the nasturtiums, but yeah, this is one nice big happy coffee ground, a nice big happy plant. This is 2 slightly bigger happy cucumber plant, and then this one is 3 slightly smaller, but still all the same happy cucumber plant. So chuffed with my cucumbers. I genuinely didn't think that I was going to get any, and the fact that I've got 3 nice big fat healthy ones just makes me all warm and mushy inside. I will obviously need to think about getting those repotted soon. Where they're going to go, I don't know. Or maybe in the new greenhouse. That still isn't up yet. But even though I am absolutely ecstatic that I've managed to get 3 successful cucumber plants that are all nice, big and healthy, unfortunately my courgettes have taken a bit of a beating. But I'm not a massive fan of courgette myself, but I'll always have it like eating them. I'll always have a go at growing everything or everything and anything. But I have given some of the courgettes away to a couple of my friends. But I'll still show you what I have got left in the way of courgettes. So I've got this one that did get nommed on down like the main stem there. You can there's eggshells and coffee grounds on there. You can see where it's got nommed on down the main shell. But I held out hope and waited for the true leaves to come through, and it doesn't seem to be doing too bad. And that's a golden courgette. This one's a golden one as well, but unfortunately I don't think this one has fared so well. Although there are a couple of little true leaves in the bottom there. I'm not holding holding out much hope, but we'll just have to see, won't we? Fingers crossed. And then next to my courgettes, we've got my, oh, and we've had another little Sherman. Look, this one is even tinier. Look at the size of him. Oh my God, what's this crazy lady doing? You can go in there, little Sherman. Anyway, so I ended up with 2 pumpkin seedlings in the end. One slightly bigger one again and one slightly smaller. And now when did I sow these ones? So this one was the 17th of March and this one was the 21st of April. Now they're the same batch of seeds. Oh, and this one is rooting out quite nicely in the bottom. So I think that means I need to get it in that pot with that trellis that I said I was gonna do. Oh, this one's starting to root. And I don't know if the reason why this one is bigger than this one, even though I sowed this one after, is because of the conditions. I don't know if it was because it was, you know, this one was a bit early trying to sow it outside or what, but I'm still learning. And then we'll go up the back here to my salad crate. So I have nasturtiums going everywhere, look, cheeky devils. So yeah, I've got different mixtures of salads in here. So maybe just keep that away as well. I have already had a pick out of these, and then these ones I literally just come in here one day with my friend Bridie and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna scatter a load of salads in here to see what happens. And the other day when I was out here, no, he's not hiding in there, and again, just coffee grounds everywhere. I come out to pick some of these lovely salads to have for my dinner, and one of our little Freddy frogs was just hanging around in that corner there. I'm now gonna come up here to my pepper and chili plants. Unfortunately, there has been sort of a couple of casualties. I don't know how well these guys are gonna do, but they are looking relatively healthy. Obviously, if you've been watching, you know I had quite a few of those, but I've given loads and loads away. But I did also put some in some bigger pots. You can see, so we've got this one in a bigger pot here that's doing really well, and then oh look, we've got a casualty, and I think that one is a total goner. I'm now going to show you my kale, but I can't remember if I've actually if I actually told you guys that I was growing kale, and I can't remember if I potted this on a video or if it was just something that I did when I had a spare 5 minutes. But either way, it's looking really nice and happy. So here we go. I've got 3 lovely, happy, healthy kale plants. And again, I think this is another one of those that, and I don't know if I'm going to need to repot these at any point, or if I can just get away with having them in here. But yeah, I think that these are one of those that you can just sort of like nip off leaves as and when you want, the same as kind of like the salads. And I think on something like this, on a romaine, if you like pick the outside leaves at the bottom there, then that does just carry on growing up and up. Don't hold me to that, because I am still learning. And then obviously in the back here, underneath the cloche, is the needy basil. So the 2 that I planted in there are doing really, really well. And we've got some of the other ones now that are starting to germinate. I'm not sure if the onions in here are actually doing anything. They do just look very same as they did, and I have a nasturtium poking through here. So I think I need to figure out what I'm doing properly with my onions next year. I've been a bit worried that I was late on the train for not literally from my tomato plants, or early. I think I put them in the bigger pot a bit too soon. I don't really know, but I don't know if you can remember that again, if you've been keeping up, that when I put them in the big pots, one of them just had straight up multi-purpose compost in it, and the other one had a mixture of well-rotted horse poo and just multi-purpose compost. I didn't label which one was which, but I do have an idea of which one is which. Look at these babies. Sorry about the wind, folks. But yeah, so they're doing incredibly well. And they're both the same type of plant, or same style of tomato, should I say. And I think this one here is the one that's got the horse manure in it. I haven't actually started feeding them yet. I do still need to look into that. I've been a bit slack. But they were planted at the same time, and I mean, these stems are really quite thick. I had to stake all of these ones in this pot well before staking these ones, and then these ones are sort of quite small. But then I don't know. I mean, this one really struggled, and that one's really quite tiny. Look, it's only reached the top of my hand. But I don't know if that's because they don't have enough space or what. But yeah, I'm fairly certain that this is the one with the horse poo in, and much like everything else, they're getting covered in coffee grounds. Although I don't have any flowers out just yet. There are some coming on the way. There's some there. Oh, and there's a cheeky little bug somewhere. Oh, where'd he go? There he is. Cheeky little bug. Hope he ain't trying to come in me. And there's some more coming in over here and here. So I think that means that they're happy. Oh, and then my borage, that's just literally in a pot, tucked and hiding down the back here. I don't know if I need to move that. I don't think there's been much change in the growth of these guys. Actually, I say that they do keep leaning over this way, and I think the reason why they keep leaning over this way is because they are trying to grow up. And then obviously with the curve of the greenhouse, they've got to go somewhere. But they, as you can see, look, they are incredibly tall. So hopefully that means I'm going to have lots of happy, healthy potatoes in there. I'll definitely be giving Nanny a load of those. Oh yeah, and if anyone can advise me on if I'd need to like hill these or just throw some more compost in the top of the tyre stack, that'd be great. Because I haven't done it yet, but I understand that you can get better yields if you do things like this, or better quality potatoes, or they don't go green, or something or other. Like I say, I don't know, but if you do, please let me know. And these little babies are my most recent sowings. So when I sowed the corn and the beetroot into the patch, I also put some in the pot. So this is the corn. I think this one's been eaten at, and then this is my beetroot. And there was someone that gave me a good tidbit, but these have germinated now, and as have some of the, obviously, as you've just seen, the ones in the veggie patch. For the corn, and he said germinating them in water, I think, until you obviously, they sort of like sprout and whatever, and then plant them in, because of the type of seeds they are. Apparently they're quite attractive to mice. So even if you were to sow them in the pot or straight in the ground, you might be susceptible to the mice coming in and getting them. So yeah, next year when I sow corn, I'm definitely going to have a go at doing it that way. But I'm chuffed that I've managed to get successful out of these ones. And as well as those that I sowed that day, my sweet peas are coming along nicely. So I'll repot those soon. These ones, I don't know if, because I sowed them all at the same time, and they had one of these fancy plastic lids on. So I don't know if these all germinated at the same time, but these ones have been nibbled off, or if these ones, I mean that bit there definitely looks like it's been nibbled off. Which is really annoying if that is the case, but I'm still going to hold out. And then out of the third lot that I sowed of my own harvested seeds, I've got one more here that's come out. And then I've got more onions, but these ones look considerably smaller than the ones in the little experiment bag, so I really don't think that anything has happened to these at all. I don't know again if these need more space, more light, or what they need. So I've definitely got some things to consider for next year. There's lots of little wood lice or isopods in there though. I guess that's good. Now the next thing I'm going to show you, I'm really excited about, much like with my salad, because it's kind of almost like the gift that keeps on giving, I guess. So they have really pretty little flowers on them, and then the pretty little flowers turn into this. Look at all those lovely peas. So I've got a big old load here. There's one over, get my finger in the right place. There's one over here. I've got some over here. I've already had a few. Oh, look at the size of this guy. I've already had a few peas off of here as well, so it's, yeah, and I think that's one of those that pretty much as soon as you pick them, they just keep on, yeah, they just keep on going. So that makes me really happy. Happy. Okay, so that's everything inside the main greenhouse to show you. I'm now gonna come and show you the extension. So I've moved this about quite a bit, and I've given quite a few away. And unfortunately, I'm really holding out hope for these delphiniums. And that, yeah, but as you can see, they've just been devoured. And then the nicotianas are doing really quite well. And these are my hollyhocks. This one's been devoured. Of which Nanny and Grandad, I saw them yesterday and they were asking about them. Look at the size of this one. But they've got plenty of hollyhocks. They don't they don't want any more. And then these are the antirrhinums for my niece, along with these ones here. And my nemesias are doing really well. The dianthus, and then some digitalis, and then we've got some gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous colours that are coming through on the violas there, and these lovely little pure white ones. I'm really excited for when these ones and these ones up the back here flower. So if they're anything by the picture, they're absolutely stunning. The last thing to show you down and out here is my herb collection. And believe me, if I'd have known that they would have grown in the manner that they have, I probably would have put them somewhere else or spread them out a bit more, because I've gone absolutely crazy. So this is the parsley that I sowed myself in the greenhouse and germinated in there. And then these are like the basil. Oh, and there's a little Spidey. I didn't do anything about that. And then these are the little parsley and maybe basil seeds that I just scattered in there. This is the clump of oregano I stuffed in. I think this is coriander. Again, I really don't know why. Let's smell it. Oh yeah. Oh no. That smells lemony. It doesn't smell very coriandery. Or is it because I just touched this? I think it might be because I just touched that. And that's the balm all gold that was like this big when I got it, and it smells beautiful. And then my mad crazy chives that I've had to try and tame with a couple of sticks and some jute string. But I tell you what, it's really nice coming out here, and these flowers, absolutely stunning. And they dry up beautifully as well for Japanese herbariums. And it's so nice coming out here and just like some chives, some marjoram, enormous curry plant, sage. If anyone lives in a haunted house and they want some dried sage, hit me up. And then yeah, my rosemary and thyme up the back there. So yeah, if anyone wants any herbs, I have I don't know if you can tell, but I've got plenty down there. We've just had a little dog come to see us. Hello, Flo. Anyway, oh look, my Flo's come to say hello again. No, you cheeky monkey. But I do think that is everything in the garden that I have done with you, and that I have done before I inadvertently met you guys. I guess it's enough of me waffling for one day. You know me, I could stand and waffle all day, even if no one is listening. But as always, thank you very much for popping past and seeing me. Much appreciated. Happy gardening to those of you that are gardening as well. And if you've got any tips and things that you want to share with me that might make my life easier, like if anyone's got any tips of how to actually get rid of bindweed, I'll definitely be up for giving anything a go. I mean, it does come out in nice flowers, I guess, that the bees like, but it is just just like the slugs and snails, it's just a real pest and a real pain and really hard to get rid of. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That always helps with the algorithm. Don't forget to come and see me again very soon. As you can see, as you know, as I tell you all the time, there is always plenty to do here. Not just in my greenhouse now, but also in the garden. Still have my other greenhouse to put up, so obviously I need to fill that up. But anyway, there I go again, waffling. I'm going. Thanks for watching. Later, Saters.